Okay, guys. I took a nap a little bit before I came back out here again. I talked to Patty about something. And I figured it's one of those quiet nights. This is night time, so I figured we could talk a little bit about some of the stuff that me and Patty talked about. By the way, Pop, I did try calling you. You're not answering the damn phone. I don't have time for this shit. You know what I mean? You could at least text me a message. I did try to return your call, Pop, but you didn't answer. I don't know what's going on. I just know is I've tried to reach you, and I've not gotten anywhere. I don't have time for this shit. You know what I mean? You could at least text me a message. I did try to return your call. So, we had a good rainstorm today. That's one of the reasons why we got to get the iRig Pre microphone up. The little pedal goes on here. It plugs into the iRig Pre. Will make it possible to hear me even in a rainstorm or when I have the window fan on, which is not out here right now. There's no place to plug it in. So, Patty and I were talking relatively quickly. She wants me to continue to consider moving in with her because, as she said to me, Michelle, like you said, your landlord is getting ready to retire soon. His health isn't as good, and he really kind of needs to retire. And she says, given the building's violations, I don't think the building will easily sell on the market. I think more than likely what's going to happen is the building's going to end up becoming property of the town because of tax liens and other things, and then the town is probably just going to bulldoze it down, make it into another parking lot. I dear God hope not. I really hope not. We don't need another parking lot. Well, we kind of do, but we don't. Okay? Because Winston doesn't have enough customers right now for on-the-street parking to justify having a municipal parking lot. Cumberland Farms could easily buy this lot, and then I could seriously have built over here, tearing down the old Cumberland Farms. How you doing, Carrie? Oh, we're doing fine. Like I said in the voicemail to you, Patty is still trying to act like the used car salesman, trying to sell you the deal of the day. And I did explain to her that I'm not sure if I'm ready to relocate right now because I've already established myself here with my YouTube channel and this location for the TV reception or for the internet and all that. If I move again, it's just going to totally throw me off. Sure, I would love to have new scenery to shoot videos in, but this is what I do. This is what YouTube is my livelihood. This is what I do. I know. Some say, don't give up your day. YouTube is playing games already with my channel. And in the sense that I lost one of my subs. So I'm down to 647. Well, we could try talking on the phone right now. We can try calling you on the phone. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to work very well. I hope your day's been good, Michelle. I think bloated, Kiki for your stream. I do hope. I also hope not juggalos are watching. You have interesting topics. Thank you. It's really important too. Michelle, you have a lot of viewers who really do love you. Yeah, I know they do. Yeah, we know. That's the reason why we've been fighting for the audience from the day one. Even when Patty was trying to control Michelle's life with an iron rod, Michelle refused to give up doing YouTube videos. And even now, Patty's still trying to make offers to Michele to have Michele move in with her. And Michele was like, and she said it today, nope, I'm not doing it. Because she told Michele that her case manager thought Michele was a thief and that Michele was not honest and that Michele was the one who was stealing the stuff that was in her house. Michele never did. And that totally blew Michelle's gasket, even though she didn't say it on the phone. But she did explain it today diplomatically and said, your case manager accused me of stealing your stuff when I never would steal from anyone. And now she's saying, after I paid you the $500, then she's saying is that Michele can move in with you. That really made no sense at all. It doesn't. And that's the reason why I'm not moving in with her. No. Absolutely not. No. The only way I would really do it is if my name is on the mortgage. If my name is not on the mortgage, screw it. I'm not going to go through and risk myself. If I don't have, what was it research called it? Occupancy clause in the lease, in the mortgage, I'm not taking that risk yet. If she dies, she's 10 years older than me. If she dies, I'm in trouble because then I'm going to be homeless because her family can dispose of me whatever way they want. That is, I know her grandson, and he knows me. He doesn't seem to have a problem with me. He's a Libra. But I don't know anything about the others in her family. So that means that I could end up finding my bags and my computer and my whole life sitting on the side of a road. That's not exactly what I want to get involved with. Of course, if the landlord here does die, or he puts the building up for sale, again, we would have the same problem. But like I told Patty, I said, you're putting the cart before the horse now. We don't know what kind of stimulus they're going to do. We don't know when they're going to come up with it. I did watch a video that said that it probably would be voted on in early July after Independence Day, July 4th. After July 4th. It's kind of stupid the way that they're doing things, but that's what they're doing. Let me take a look at some of the comments here at home. Why is she using you? Good question. Well, I did have feelings for her. I still do, but to a point. But that's... I'm noticing it more and more that it's not going to be anything in my favor. Put in that we want jugglers watching. More juggalos. My phone put in that. We need more. Okay. The juggalo community is awesome in my experience. I don't know anything about them, but if we can get more of them on here, it'd be good. Because she is a scammer. No, she's not a scammer. Not really. What she is she wants the pie in the sky. Remember I told you about keeping up with appearances with Hyacinth versus her husband Richard? It's the same thing. She wants to look and feel like she's better off than she really is. And so she's trying to say to herself, how can I give the appearance that I'm doing well and that I have stability of my own home? And she knows she can't afford to do that on her own. So she's saying to me is, look, let's go halvesies on this. Okay, you want to go halvesies on this? Then you and I need to get on the mortgage together. Okay? And she said, well, because you have medical bills, I don't want to do it. Well, if you don't want to do it, if you don't want to do that, you're asking me to go from a frying pan into the fire? And I think it's gonna work. Okay, this is an unstable environment because this is a rental. Okay, absolutely. But at least I do have rental protection. So if something goes wrong, the law in Connecticut gives me some leeway to go through and do proper procedures. If I did it her way, there is none. If there's no written agreement, no contract, no mortgage, no nothing with my name on it, I'm fucking screwed. Carrie said, Michelle, my former partner died and I'm not in a mortgage and it's been a nightmare, but God bless our bank. Please always be on the mortgage and then get mortgage insurance. Understandable. Yes. You would not be if you were in my town. I'm in North Dakota. Streamed here at door with like I bought an old army barracks. Took it 3 homeless during COVID. They have since moved on. Mary Beth, that's fantastic. I appreciate that. I appreciate the efforts that you're doing to help people. In North Dakota, weather-wise, is perfect for me. It's perfect. It's freezing. It's freezing! I'm sure it gets hot, too, in the summertime. But, yeah. And I mean, as long as I get Social Security disability, I could always pay some towards expenses and things too. It's not like I'm going to freeload on people. And let me do it here. You're going to scroll up. I'm going to scroll up and try to get caught up on some of these comments here. Michelle, I am so happy for you. That was really strong of you to stand up for yourself. It's hard, but it gets easier. Yep, and insurance. Mary Beth Linger says, if not a scammer, then a thief using your money either way. Yeah. Okay, I will try to be less judgmental of her. I need some ice to chew on sometime. Or something. Great points, Michelle. Thanks. Fourth coldest spot in North America. Right on Montana and Canadian borders. Yeah. In 1841, my husband and I lived in Montana. Don't remember the town now. It was a small little town then. It's certainly probably a small town now. It wasn't Billings. Anyway. But I definitely would be interested to go back and visit Montana. 160, 180 years later. Oh my God, I don't think I would be able to adjust to that. We had a small cattle ranch. Oh my God. How you doing, Bob? The reason I came up here anyway today to do another show is because I was bored. I had nothing to do, and I figured that it would be better to have a show where we can kind of talk more of a smaller gathering of people about other issues. Today's chat was pretty heavy duty. It was a lot of stuff going on. A lot of it I chose to avoid because I didn't want to get accused of doing anything. So, and I have a few grandkids in Billings, Montana. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, Billings was a big city even then. Even though it was mostly a cattle town. Anyway, I actually are you Tony's grandmother? I have no idea. No, you're talking to Mary Beth. Who's Tony? Okay, I don't know who Tony is. So, oh no. No, I don't think so. Well, that's... No, he and I are actually about the same age, actually. He's in upstate New York. He's about the same age as me. I'm a lot prettier than he is, but that's the only difference. About that, it says, you lived in Montana in 1841. Did you know that Lucis Luigi Gonzaga del Monte, he ripped me off at poker game when I went through Montana, then back? Well, no, but there were certainly a lot of people that were always ripping off people at the saloons. No, it's just, it was a tough time back then. It was just completely different than it is now. I'm sure in Montana today, if you go there, it's going to be, again, a lot of the ranchers and stuff, but it was just a big difference. So it's big sky country then, it's big sky country now. Aquarius 7. Aquarius 7. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. But I wasn't an Aquarius then, though. No, you weren't. You were a Virgo. I was a Virgo! Alright, so that makes sense. Okay, I was a Virgo back then. What were you? Me? I was like a Sagittarius. Oh, no, I was the same. I was Aquarius then, too. Do you remember what year you were born? I was born, let's see. Well, let's see. I was 16 in 1841. So, 1840. Let's make the math easy. So, 40 minus 16 would be 33. I think it was September 30 of 1833 or so. It's just really kind of weird to think about it. 35. Was it? I think so, because 33 would have been 18. Figure it out, Michelle. 1835, 45. Okay, 1835, 45, 55. You would have been 20. Okay, so that was before then. That had to be, because you were 16 when you got shot dead. You got pregnant early, didn't you? I did. It's one of the reasons that I get mixed up with all the years. The thing is that, yeah, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's been a long time getting from here to there. Well, and having your neighbor saying half she was born in 1841. Well, I wasn't born in 1841. Yeah, I was born sooner than that. I was 16 years old. Can't have been. Let me 17. You're pretty young though. Let's see. Let's just say 18, just to make the math easy. So subtract 18 years from 41. Let's make it easy. Let's just say I'm 20. And then subtract 2. That would be 1821. 1823. 1823. That you must obviously weren't born in Montana. It wasn't even a territory at the time. Right, it wasn't. Okay, so you must have been born in one of the original states. Maybe as far back as Pennsylvania. Or maybe we went with the front opening of the western frontier. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's just a long time. Yeah, well, it's been a long time. I'm not even going to respond to that. There's lots of historical documents and how it was done. Oh, I'm just glad he's dead. Why are the people upset that he was murdered? Because of the way Floyd was murdered. You have to understand. Oh, Epstein. Okay, well, let's talk about Epstein for a second. Why were people upset that he's dead? Well, the people that were upset that he was dead was the prosecutor. Because now he couldn't prosecute him, and he couldn't go ahead and seize his assets. Because, after all, his assets were already tied up in the state. So there was no way that they could seize his assets. Okay? But since he was dead, they had no one to prosecute. Okay? So, that's something to think about. As far as who killed him, and it definitely was a murder, it was not suicide. I don't know. Maybe one of the people that obviously had connections in the prison and didn't want him to talk. You know, turn state's evidence. Yeah. He was involved with some pretty big people. Yeah. I would figure out where the $21 trillion, $2.1 trillion. Yeah, that's something that does make me kind of wonder. Carrie says, Skynet, I don't know what the different groups are called, but almost everyone I have found from anywhere in the juggalo, it has just such an absolute delight. Again, I don't know. Oh, for God's sakes. No, I wasn't. And no. But you know, as far as what happened to Epstein, that was clearly was murder. What happened, and it was definitely planned. What happened to George Floyd was murder in the second degree, and it was, you know, in the case of George Floyd, it was because police had got the ability to be very surly and they get away with it. Now that the 4 officers have been charged with crimes such as being accessories to the event itself. And of course, the one who actually put his knee on his neck is definitely is going to probably get the chair. I wouldn't be too surprised. He's not going to get an acquittal. There's too much evidence that proves that he did indeed do what he was accused of doing. For my music choice? I don't listen to a lot of Elton John, and I don't listen to a lot of Rod Stewart, honestly. But I do listen to a song by Elton John called Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, and a few of others pieces. But yeah, I'm not really into either one that much. I listen a lot more to Karen Carpenter's and the Carpenters than I did of Elton John. I feel they're unnecessarily aggressive looking. From my reading in high school and then researching the Gacy case. I like both Slayer and Cash. Shirley MacLaine, he actually spelled Shirley MacLaine correct. Believe it or not. Johnny Cash is okay. I don't have a problem with Johnny Cash. I don't really listen too much to Slayer. I do know it's a rock group. I used to listen to a lot of Twisted Sister in high school. So, I still have it. The Stay Hungry album. I still have it. In high school I had a cassette. And then I later bought a secondhand copy of Stay Hungry a few years ago. So, believe it or not, the Juggalos, but clowns in general. Maybe I should ask you guys. Okay, Slayer was a Christian rock group. Yeah, I like Freddie Fender, by the way, for classic country. Vaya con Dios is good. Wasted Days, Wasted Nights. Let's see. Wasted Days, Wasted Nights. There's a few other songs too I forgot that he did, the titles of it. If you played them, I probably would recognize them in both the English and the Spanish, and I could sing it for you. But, Green Green Grass at Home was my dad's favorite. I don't have that album. My dad had that on 8-track. Freddie Fender's Greatest Hits, I have on 8-track, and I have it on vinyl. So, and then I turned the 8-track into MP3s. Neil Sedaka's fine. By the way, what exactly is the Juggalo community? Since it's a small group, maybe you can help me out here. I understand basically the basic 411 of who the Juggalo community is. What is it about the Juggalo community that makes them stand out so much? I've heard of them, but I don't know anything about them. But I suppose it's better than the drama communities I hear about so much on YouTube. Like Sammy Pepper in Beck, Australia. Those guys are exhausting. Just keeping up with those two is a lot of energy. Keep up with those two. And I don't have the time or the patience to go through it. Or even Mama Beth. Mama Beth is a nice lady. She's a psychiatrist or psychologist. She's a therapist. That's what she's trained for. And she's, she loves talking about on her channel about a lot of everyday things. But I can't quite wrap her head around watching it for 3, 4, 5 hours. Half the Juggalos are the drama community, if not 3/4. Okay. It seems like the Juggalos have been more receptive of me being part of the group than the other drama groups have. But my channel, I'm not really aiming to turn my channel into a drama channel. I've already tried that. I don't want to do it again. No. I don't want to be another drama channel. That's just not me. So, I know YouTube is a platform. There's many, many different kinds of people on YouTube, and there's definitely always going to be, a niche market for everybody to fit into. Carrie, my father, is a Nazi. He is a diehard Nazi. I have not spoken to him in 46 years now. I am very anti-Nazi and really do care and love all people. As do I. Skynet says they're accepting of anyone. Actually, in some ways, their detractor is a lot of people. Well, I've heard something about juggalos like to do singing, or something like they like to sing. The juggalos are kind of based on bands, loyal fans, loyal to the juggalo band. I don't know anything about that, but clearly some of the juggalos are also like to be performers and sing and stuff too, from what I've heard. I care about everybody, not just humans. Even my pets, my cats. God bless fame wherever he is. Michelle, what is the hardest... Why are you asking me such stupid questions? The hardest drug I ever used is alcohol. And I didn't like the effect alcohol gave me. That's why I do not drink. I will not drink because alcohol makes me do stupid shit and I don't want to do. You've heard of people give me angry drinks. You ever really do a crying drunk? I don't think so. You talking about someone crying with your beer? Boy, that's me. Not fun to be with. You don't want to be around a crying drunk. Right. Juggalos are subservience to the juggalo man. Okay, I got that part. They seem to care for insane clown posse, but I gather some groups have splintered off and their own fans. Well, Neil Diamond's fine too. Engelbert Humperdinck is not bad. Tom Jones. Tom Jones, don't mention him yet, but Tom Jones is kind of interesting. He did What's Up Pussycat. It's the one that is best known. But for me, it always was Engelbert Humperdinck. Please release me the last waltz. Me and my 10 guitars. Was it Bicyclist? This is a French song with English words. Wonderland of Love. Oh, I used that one anyway. I feel Bicyclist something. But the thing is that Engelbert Humperdinck is pretty good. But I like Freddie Fender the best. And Johnny Cash is okay too. My dad kind of sang like Johnny Cash a little bit. Johnny Cash was his favorite singer. I think deep down my dad wanted to be a country western singer. I think he wanted to be able to sing Johnny Cash. My dad was a baritone, he did. Sounds very much like Johnny Cash. And some surveillance little band. Yep. You know, we have more people on right now than we did this afternoon. Isn't that amazing? We have 11 people on right now. Wow. We have 11 people on right now. Fascinating. Are you a Bible believer? No. So, can we make Rod Stewart the official artist that represents your channel? I think I'd rather have my channel being represented by Freddie Fender or Lynn Anderson. Or even a few other singers I know of. Jan Howard comes to mind. She does Bad Seed. Bad Seed won't grow just anywhere. I need lots of sunshine I need lots of raindrops. I need to breathe the open air. I have to beg your pardon. You're just in my garden. Bad seed won't grow just anywhere. And honey, you're looking at the best of the bad seed. Do, 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 do. No, definitely. Yeah. The Juggalo is a follower of psychopathic record founders and artists. Many across the world are family. Rod Stewart is Body Wishes album is the ultimate representation of his repressed love, sex, and social discontent. She did a lot of good songs. I heard the wind blow before. I'm sick of promises that you never keep. The only time you think that's why is when you're sound asleep. I don't have to tell it anymore. 'Cause I heard the wind blow before. That's another Jane Howard song. I got the fever, that's cool. I got the fever. I might just leave him. Okay, you get the idea. I swear to God, that song ended up basically becoming the beginning of the flavor. I got the flavor for the flavor of the Pringles or something. Variation of it, probably. I got the fever. I just might leave him. Might just do that tomorrow. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, it's cute. Absolutely. Come on, phone. Stop. I need to leave the screen so I see the guy. Okay, I don't even have the lyrics in front of me, and I'm just singing what I remember from the songs. Only person online who talks like that. Talks like who? No, it's someone else. If you're in Blues Discord, you'd see that. Carrie says, nice, Michelle. Carrie says, okay, sorry. Night, of course, it's giving its reminders. Yeah, so, right now, my channel is still struggling. We had a very interesting discussion earlier about what YouTube has been up to. Excuse me. And I definitely have seen a lot of channels get extremely upset about what YouTube policies have been doing to the channels. So it sucks because it's hurting everybody. Especially the small fries. The small fries that don't have managers. The small fries that you can't even get technical assistance from YouTube itself. The small fries that are feeling like they're being ignored and deprived. Yes, it does hurt them a lot. That YouTube won't even allow them to buy into an upgrade for streaming, that is. You know, that's one thing. YouTube is so worried about money for reasons I do understand because the costs associated with the platform. But I don't know why YouTube just doesn't let the small fries buy the upgrades that they want if they're not willing to go ahead and bust their ass to get up there. Otherwise, probably because once they do that, once they have a contract, if YouTube doesn't like what they're doing, they can't just ixnay them because of contracts. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Still, I think it would be better though, because if you can buy a contract service. Let's say, for example, month to month, right? Makes sense. That way, if YouTube doesn't like you, they can boot you off the platform, and they can just cancel your subscription. And the only way they would wait to the contracts and the terms of service, they probably would say is, look, we're going to refund your money. Hit the road, Jack. Don't come back here no more, no more, no more, no more. Right? That's what they might say. So let's say, for example, I said, okay, YouTube, I want to buy the right to mobile live streaming at 640 by 480p tops. Okay, it's really all you need. And I would like to be able to stream for up to 3 hours. Or maybe you can buy up to a time limit too. Not just resolution, but the time limit. That way you don't go home nuts and think you can stream for days, and YouTube can make sure to allocate the resources for a 3-hour stream. If that's what you do. If you only do 10-minute streams, and I think that's a little too short. But that's where vlogs and mecasts work out fine. But instead, they're pushing all these small channels out of desperation to try to hit that 1,000 sub. In some cases, YouTube created the problem with the small channels. And the abuses that have occurred on YouTube by the small channels to get the subs, such as stealing content from other channels. I always found that to be disrespectful, that you don't give credit to the proper channels. That sucks. Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, be polite no matter where I am darling. I'm always behaving and never being nor deceiving anyone. I even use my real name all the time. You can't use your real name anywhere, so you get DR. Drama going on somewhere. You're right. I use my real name. This channel's in my real name. Okay? The Welcome to My World channel was named that channel. It was named as a branded channel because it was going to focus on my public access TV channel or program. And it's what it started out with. The North American Snow Queen channel is more focused on my work as the North American Snow Queen. So now we're going to be having content going on the North American Snow Queen channel. And here, I don't know if I'm going to reintegrate the North American Snow Queen videos back into this channel or continue to keep them separate. I don't know yet. It is theoretically possible it can go either way. It's a mosh pit. Oh, okay. Stinks nice and good. Well, like I said, these impromptu shows are good because this is a good time for us to get a small group of people on. And I plan that for when I do these streams, ones that are not regular live streams. Because people can come in and they can watch the show. And if they got the bells on and notifications on, they know, or they should know, unless YouTube is playing games with the notifications again, that I'm live. And then they can come watch the show. You know what? Blaine Pete, I think you need a timeout. You're not going to try that game with me, are you? That's disgusting to say that. Not bossy. There's another time and place for that. Crap, kids. Yeah. Well, you probably noticed I drink a lot of tea. I'll tell you one thing, the reason I drink tea more than I do coffee. There's less acid in it. So it's easier on my stomach than coffee is. Coffee just makes me, if I drink too much of it, it makes me sick. Yeah. But I know deep down that Patty is upset that I'm not necessarily totally interested in jumping in on her offer. But, you know, I know deep down she kind of wants to make it up to me. And sorry, you already lost my trust, Patty. No, I'm not going back there. No, absolutely not. It's just like Jane Howard said, I've heard the wind blow before, and I'm not going to play that game. So, no, Patty, sorry, you're not my problem anymore. That's another one of her favorites. That's one of her favorite songs she does. It's not my problem anymore. It ended when he walked out the door. He's someone else's problem now. Just keep them satisfied. I hope she figures out a way that not heaven has been tried. Someday he'll be happy, but I will never know for sure. Because that's not my problem anymore. Nope. I tell her to show you the cash first. Issues aren't your problem. No, it's not. I mean, is she really genuinely concerned about my well-being? Or is it... That's the thing. If she's really concerned about my well-being, then I think she is to a point, but she wants something out of it. 2 months in a row, I was paying her $975 a month to stay at her house for the home health care. Actually, 3 months. And she depleted almost all my money from my renter's rebate. She then basically forced me to fall behind 2 months of rent in this apartment. If I had stayed here, and if my landlord, which also compounded the problem because of his own attitude. Now, so it wasn't entirely her fault. So don't totally blame her. And he agreed simply enough to just let me stay at her house for a couple months and then come back. And was willing to accept my rent for $700 when I was in Torrington. Then I could come back here. We could have still had the phone, and we could have still been taking phone calls. I had to turn the phone off because I knew I couldn't afford to keep the phone out in a place I wasn't in. Go figure that one out. And I ended up losing my home phone, my studio line, my home internet, all because of the wild, sudden changes that had to occur within a very short time. Need I say it sucked? It just sucked. Oh, is Martin here? Let's see, what is Martin typing? Okay. Yeah, she's bossy. It's true, her issues aren't your problem. Absolutely true. Anna the Higher says, Mary Beth, you are the newbie here. I'm supporting Michelle's show for over 5 years. Take your order of giving elsewhere. She's not the one who's being bossy about. I don't know why. We're talking about Patty. It's what we're talking about. Mary Beth, I think Yam was just playing around. The account is a comedian around account IMO. No, I've never seen a spider. Unless you're looking at the giant. Yeah, my colics. It's not. It's just the way my hair lays. At least you got hair. Yeah, I'll give you that. So, Mary Beth is nice enough not to be called out on someone who hasn't known her, newbie or not, right. So I don't want to keep throwing people out of here. That's not what I want to do. But like I said, I mean, I do feel bad for Patty. I was attracted to her, but honestly, after living with her for 2.5 months, look what happened to my head. Just look at the big fat continental divide up here. That was all because of stress living in her house, and all the bleaching of my hair when she over bleached, and then she apparently caused some damage to my scalp, I think, but nothing serious. But of course, my normal hair maintenance was getting kind of expensive too. That's why another reason I changed my hair color. But dinner plate, please and thank you. I don't even know what that is. Everybody keeps telling me about that. I hope you're doing well, Michelle. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I don't think it's gonna work between me and Patty. It ain't gonna happen. Already she's got a laundry list of demands already. And she says, I love you like a sister. Okay. I had a male friend that said the same thing, and then he later proposed to me. But I didn't feel I was ready to marry him. I turned him down, but Patty, I think she's even less ready than he was. Being you leave the... Okay, Mary Beth telling you to leave me alone. You don't know me. If you are here to get newbie or to leave Michelle's stream, you're pretty small. Knock it off. Go to dinner plate, please. That's a restaurant, isn't it? I think so. I don't know much about the individuals here on this channel. I don't really talk to you guys much outside of YouTube. I talk to Rachel, I talk to Carrie, I talked to Out on the Wire on the phone once. But the rest of you guys, I don't really know. I talked to Scottish Stacy, which I haven't seen on here lately. I mean, she's been on a few chats, came in real quick, and then left real quick. But I don't really know much about all of you people. I don't really know much about your interests. So, you know, I would like to try to get to know you guys better, but I'll be honest, trying to read the screen and give eye-to-eye contact or eye-to-camera contact is not easy. People can read back. Yeah, I know. I'd have to do that for People Peace, another person I talk to a lot in private. Unfortunately, I did try to call People Peace back. Unfortunately, I call him back, and obviously he must have his ringer turned off because the phone rings and rings and rings, and then he doesn't answer. And then he gets upset at me and says, "Why aren't you answering me when I call you?" There's a lot of reasons why. Sometimes I need my time to myself to reflect on the things going on in my heart and in my head. You know. By the way, according to what I found out from the Cumberland Farm, so this is not confirmed by the organization, they said that starting next week, the local Cumberland Farms will be back to 24-hour service. That's what the cashier told me. Of course, he had a COVID-19 mask on, so it's hard for me to understand what he said completely, so you have to take it with a grain of salt that people, what do you mean? People can read back. I think you should have panels so people can come up, but I don't know. I don't have a problem doing panels, but right now the problem with the panels is my T-Mobile internet. It's very particular of how I can do YouTube because of my package. Which worked out fine for some things, but that's another reason I want to get my home internet back on. I need that. I need to get my home internet back. We need to get it back. Mr. Mitch McConnell, for the love of the universe, please give us the $1,200 money we need so bad. So I can begin to get this channel back on the rails again and get it back to where it was prior to my own injury. Please, Mr. McConnell, please release the money that we need so we can pay our bills and upgrade our lives, fix our equipment. That's what we need. We need the stimulus money. Or we need Patreon subscribers. Actually, we need both, but what do you mean by? Okay, you people, I wrote that one here. Carrie says you keep making me cry. Oh, okay. White silence is violence. You know, it's true that a lot of YouTubers, especially the big ones, you know, even though it takes a lot of work to do that they do, once you get over that beginning stage as a newbie, if you plan it right, you can seriously go from just a small fry like me to someone like Curious Mark or PewDiePie or TechMode or BigClive.com. Of course, it's a slow step, and that's true. It's not instant. To go from zero to hero in less than 2 months would be very difficult for me to adjust to that. But I've been doing my best to try to grow my content and come up with content that I feel comfortable doing, and doing the things that I love and sharing the things I do. Cops won't stop. They'll keep going. So all I can do is pray. No way to gang up humans. No. Well, the thing is that for me, something like speaking to our children about race, and I'm like, there's no one conversation. You can get killed just by living in their American skin. Yeah. I mean, as far as the situation with the poor and the disenfranchised, and it's not a particular racial problem. If you're on disability, you're handicapped. More than likely, you're in the same group as the poorest of the poor. Some of us get lucky, some of us get more than other people do. But sorry to say, $1,316 a month does not make a damn difference when you're paying a $900 a month rent. Or the fact that you have to pay for the electric bill, and a cell phone bill, and medical insurance out of your own pocket for Medicare Part D, and then you have to pay that. I mean, Connecticut has a Medicare savings program, which is for people like me who cannot afford to pay Medicare directly out of our Social Security disability check. So unfortunately, people like me end up living in low-income neighborhoods where crime is rampant, and we struggle. And like I said, it's not a race thing. I can assure you, it's not a race thing. It doesn't matter what your race is. It's true that people in our income brackets sometimes make bad decisions in life. Again, it doesn't matter the race. At least I did get my associate's degree. I did go to college. I did some 4-year college. But you know what? I'm still poor, and I'm still here. So, that's something to keep in mind, guys. It's not a race thing. To try to jump up humans. I saw a video. Okay, on Wire says you can get killed for just being an American. It's essentially child abuse to be raised. Entire generations of humans in our country have to be taught that they're second-class citizens or in danger just because of the color of the skin. It is stupid. I agree. I don't know why she's very sweet. Mary Beth says, thank you for going on on the wire. Mary Beth, be ignoring your silliness too. Thanks again. Where it says, not to me she ain't. I don't know why she said, oh, she be all grunt and do as I say, grunt to me. Carrie says, Mary Beth, I think he's joking with you, but I am not sure. Carrie says, oh, no, Michele is... Oh, Michael. Who's Michael? I don't know. Oh, that guy. Siri like, oh, so what? Say, and enough said. I never joke. Carrie says, okay, well, all right. I don't know what to make heads or tails to this, but remember it says, matters not, Carrie. It's all good. I'll just say a prayer for them, and then it's Karina's turn. Or Karma's turn. Because I'm going to say, who's Karina? Anyway, the point is that I'm Rusty. The proposed thumbnail for the video that's processing has the cutest snapshot of Rusty looking straight at the camera. It's cute. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture after the video is done processing, and maybe I'll print it, or I'll put it on my phone anyway. Maybe I'll put it as part of one of my thumbnails of my videos. I don't know. But this cute picture of Rusty. I'll make a deal, Mary Beth. You've been around a long time. Time you get some upgrade. You are now upgraded. You just earned yourself a wrench. Because I've been watching how you react, and you're really not a bad person, and I feel that you're very well spoken, and I actually do think it would be good and responsible to moderate as needed. I use... I give wrenches only to those that I feel really meet the obligations that I have set down. Be bored, computer crap might be, they have, right. You want the white lights for your porch, Michele. There's a neighbor who could hang them. I could hang them because the fact of the matter is that I do have a way of getting things hung up here. But right now, I don't know how my landlord would feel if I had extension cords dripping all over the porch if it's not Christmas. I was going to put some RGB adjustable WS 2811s in my apartment so I can set up a light show inside my apartment. That was kind of a fun thing I was going to do, and I never got a chance to do it because, number one, I didn't have the money to buy the supplies, and number two, I don't really know if it's really feasible or worth it. I mean, it could be done, but who wants a Christmas show inside your apartment? Tell me this is weird. Okay. I think they'd be bored. Computer crap might be all they have. in their lives. Be kind, everyone. You never know what they're going through. Remember, thank you, Doll. You're a good person too. Carrie says, Mary Beth, I agree. Bob Dog Michelle is thirsty for a new girlfriend. Not necessarily. I mean, I already am married to Lumi. Yeah. Michelle and I are married to each other. Yeah. And that's one thing that's important. If the other person, whoever I date, cannot get used to the fact that date one, date the other for free. And we have to agree on the person. We usually do. Yeah. Yeah, Patty is definitely not the best choice. Barking out orders don't work around here. Carrie says, what kind of light can you take outside for when you stream? The ring light, I forgot what you said last night. A softbox. Like I do with this camera here. You see this light source over here? Okay, I made a softbox. It's a little bit bright. Can't really see. Alright, so I got an LED bulb in it. And then I got a plastic bag. Oop, I can't quite reach it. Over it. And that's acting as a softbox to help diffuse the light. I can send you a couple links to a couple softboxes on eBay as a set with the green screen material. But it's like $100 because, well, they're just the prices they are, I guess. But softboxes are pretty cool light fixtures for things. It's a very soft, diffused light. And so it makes a difference. You need to work your hustle. Maybe if we had more snow queens instead of snow welfare queen, we could. Right now, the thing is my season isn't on right now. So there's nothing I can really do until my season starts. That's the thing to keep in mind, guys. And sure, I gotta make sure I'm at the current frame here. Yeah, somebody had ran around it all in the beginning. Oh, come on! What the hell? It's just, I know I accidentally jumped out of this, and now I gotta figure out where I am. All right, so let me go ahead, get back here. Okay, let's see. Make sure I'm in the frame. Yeah, I'm good. Oh no, Becca's here. Beware of her racist, everyone. What is a hustle? A hustle is like a side job. Yeah. Yikes, are we going to do my tax dollars too, Bob? Jeez, what is your reason for it? How is the weather right now? Right now it's about 20 degrees Celsius right now. It's not that bad. Let me actually get the official weather. I did say it was 20 degrees Celsius. I think it's what it is now. It's very pleasant. Very pleasant. Let's see. 19 degrees Celsius. Humidity is at 44%. Dew point is at 6 degrees Celsius. Pressure is at 1009 millibar. UV indices as low as 0. Well, of course it's low as 0. It's the sun's gone down. That's kind of cute, right? Of course the indice would be 0. The sun's not out. It's so stupid. Right. Yeah. I really need a better phone. So Please be. That's a nice breeze. Yeah, it's a little. It's got a slight breeze here too. The only thing is what I wanted to know is okay because I was watching it quickly in replay here. So you can see the spot here. I wonder if my hair is because it feels like hair. It doesn't feel bald. I'm wondering is if oh, this is because of over bleaching from when Patty got a little bit overzealous. Because, I mean, it seems like. I mean, I can feel hair right there. I can feel hair in the whole forehead and everything. So it doesn't feel like I lost any hair. I think it's gotten really light. More polite to tell me, go back to loading. I have no idea what that is. What is him standing with black man impolite? I have no idea. But I definitely got to grow my hair back. So remember, I'm gotta be honest. I'm 52 years old. You know, I've had a long life. I lived most of my lives. I've been dead by 35, and I'm still here. About 17 years longer. I can't believe it's been 17 years. Holy shit. I mean, every day is another day. Congratulations. Is another day of celebration when I wake up and realize I'm still here on this earth. Sure, I get a bum knee, but damn, I'm still here. I didn't die yet. That's something to think about, you know? I'm not dead yet. It's pretty interesting to think about. Maybe a lighter brown will help camouflage until your hair grows in more. Yeah, but here's the question. Is it growing in? I think it's growing in, Michelle. You know, your hair is growing back. Is your scalp still itchy back here? You can't tell. Well, it's technically on your side of the skull. Yeah, it's not itchy right now. But definitely, like I said, I feel hair there. But so this was a pretty good for you. Run, cheers. Maybe a lighter brown. Well, I don't even know what BK is right now. I think it is the itching may be a sign of new hair growth. It could very well be. That's why I'm not. That's why I'm also. It's only in this spot here though, where the most of the crowning was. It's only place that really itches at all is here, right here in this spot. It doesn't itch in the front. I do get a little bit of shedding, which is a common side effect of minoxidil. So, it's because it changes the growing cycle of the hair. But I can't tell if the hair is actually. I don't have a good magnifying glass to see it, but I can't tell if my hair has actually got little hairs growing in. It feels like there's hair. It feels like I'm growing hair, but that's all I know. Lemmer was talking about Black Lives Matter, and Becca told him to leave and go riot. Pretty clear to me. I don't really want to go into that, guys, honestly. Yeah, itching is also a sign of growth of hair, and also the liquid Rogaine, which contains propylene glycol, which is a bit more effective because it absorbs into the scalp better than the mousse does. You can use the spray bottle minoxidil too. I tried that many years ago. The spray bottle minoxidil from CVS. They don't sell it anymore. Basically, it comes in little pumps. You go, like a hairspray. And like you're supposed to do like 4 or 5 blasts of that. The problem is with the pump is it gets on top of your hair and not on your scalp where you need it. That's the one problem with it. I don't know about that. I know castor oil is said to work. Put castor oil in your hair along with aloe vera. Aloe vera, of course, is something that Carrie was nice enough to purchase for me. And it should be here sometime soon. Figure this out, guys. It's 13 subs on here right now. How you doing today, Michelle?
Good, how are you?
Doing alright. We had 13 people on here right now, guys. Congratulations. We had more than we did this afternoon. I've been accused of being black by her mods. The world needs to change. All I can do is protest in my local area and via social media, which is what I'm doing now. Well, actually, we do need major changes. Yes, we do. We need police reform. Bricks delivered to every major city he's sent rioters to. Becca said, I'm here to enjoy Michelle's stream, not for any drama. Thank you very much, Becca. Yeah, I much appreciate that. A lot of times when it starts getting like that, I just kind of just look at them real quick and just move on. I don't really want to get stuck into the drama thing. So, I never did understand why people enjoy watching drama anyway. It just seems to me like, you want to watch drama? Go watch C-SPAN. It's probably the biggest drama network of all. Think about what I mean. You want to see adults act like little spoiled brats? Go watch the House of Representatives and the House and the Senate. I'm not kidding you. It's really true. Sometimes they're just like little kids. Using fancy words. Well, basically, they still act like little kids. So, just how is your hair growing in anyway? I can't tell, Lou. Well, bring the camera close to your head. Is that close enough? Now I gotta wait for the shot to come up on the scene. This should be interesting. There's like a 3 or 4 second delay between. Okay, there we go. Come on. Reach to the sky. There we go. Let's go for it. Now, a little bit more this way, Lou. Yeah. Let's see. It definitely is lighter hair color. It looks like you can see some white hair in the center. Is that right? Yeah, right there. Don't move it. Don't move it. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. There you go. Yeah, you can see it there. Plus, pallets of bricks, dozens, of course. So anyway, are you done looking at your skull yet? Just about. I can't even tell. No, I can see it. I see. It looks like there's definitely hair there. You sure? I think so. Okay. So let's toughen up for. Yeah. Well, anyway, enough looking at my scalp. I can definitely see that the center of my head is definitely lighter than the rest of my head. And like I said, it don't feel like skin, so it just looks like normal thinning. I think it should be better soon, Michelle. Yeah. Alopecia. That'd be something to name your kid. Name your daughter Alopecia. I wonder what she would think about when she find out what alopecia means in English. I want you to meet my daughter Alopecia. Meet my daughter Alopecia. She gives her husband alopecia because she stresses him out to no end. That would be DMT. Oh, name my daughter DHT, right? Dimethylhydroxytestosterone. Oh, try to spell that out of a birth certificate. Why do they call you DHT? Why do they call you DHT? I don't know. My mom was a hair care specialist. She said I'm basically making all my boyfriends go bald. Oh, dear God. Okay. Okay, WM. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you going? It's just part of your hair. You ain't going bald. Yeah, I hope not. It's going back in the show. You already fingered it. It feels like little short fuzzies. That was from all the hair bleach that was done. It's not going bald. The hair's changed. It's going lighter. It's going gray. It's going gray. You're absolutely right. I got gray hairs in here too. I got white hairs. I got gray hairs. You got blonde hairs. You got red hairs. You got all kinds of colors. Yeah. Hey, I just realized something, as I said earlier. How come right now we're up to 13 people currently in the live stream, and the Saturday show, which is the main show that we do, only was getting a peak up to 10, maybe 11 people. I think that's kind of interesting because this non-advertised, non-promoted, only people who got the notifications are those who clicked the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Everybody else didn't get the notifications. I didn't share it out to Facebook. I didn't share it out to Twitter. I didn't share it out to Discord. And yeah, I have more people on here right now than I did on Facebook, and Twitter, and Discord notifications went out. I don't understand that. The only thing I can think of is maybe because... Did you get a lot of rain today? Oh, yeah. In it. Well, I didn't want to go with a lighter brown. I wanted to stay with a darker color because I already bought 2 more boxes I can retouch, but I don't want to put them in yet because I want to wait for these little short hairs to grow back in first before I start. Maybe you still want to stay blonde, but then bleach my hair again? Yeah, well, if you bleached your hair again, well, that's like what your hair is naturally turning into anyway. Look at it. Yeah, but when I had my hair on that doesn't make any sense. Why? Because when I didn't was able to retouch my hair for all those months because I haven't been able to get to salon, that part of my head was brown. Now it's blonde. Now it's blonde. I'm like, no, what doesn't make any sense? I don't know. I'm not a dermatologist. I don't even claim to be one. I just know is that hair, if you would just be consistent, pick up your fucking color mind and stop trying to basically play with my mind. Keep those roots in your skin. Don't try to stick them in my brain like antennae for some signal from somebody at... That's why people wear tinfoil hats. Yeah, but they're not earthed. I know. So they're worthless. They're not earthed. Right. I like the dark color too. That's why I chose it. If you unblack people, I am unblacking people. Once as I do as I can. But the rest of the people that were blacked were sock puppets. They weren't even real accounts. They were all fake accounts. And we already had a lot of trouble with so many people trying to start trouble on here. And so we have to be careful about who we unblock. We certainly did get a lot of rain, by the way. Yeah. Well, let's see. We got 6 likes, 9 dislikes. Fuck this. Why all the dislikes? Come on. Cut me a little slack, guys. And why all the dislikes? What did I do to you? Yeah, I know they're people, but the thing is that some of them are created to make fun of me, and that's why those remain blocked, especially ones that try to be variations of my name. There's even a fake Michelle that is using my old blonde hair picture. This doesn't help me any. It really doesn't. Came in after the... So I keep forgetting, I'm sorry. If I was a cat, why are you blocking... Even if I wasn't a cat, why are you blocking cats on the stream? I know. I'm not... I appreciate your help, guys. I do appreciate that. But you also have to realize the amount of emotional trauma I had gone through on this channel for the last few years. That may have started out originally with good intent to be humorous, but really took its toll on my self-esteem. So I'm always feeling very self-conscious because of that reason. I really, really want to grow a good channel. But I want to be me. I don't want to be all comedy and funny. But I want to be me. I want to be able to... Right. Well, I suspect that was probably the case, that people are busy during the day. That's one reason I'm not upset about it. But I do think about it, though. You know. One time I did a show at 3 in the morning. Obviously, the only people that joined at 3 in the morning were those from the UK. And then I ended up going, well, wait a minute. I'm going to have to deal at 3 o'clock in the morning with the UK, which is 5 hours ahead of us. And that means I get no sleep at all, because I have to do them. People in California are still sawing trees, because that would be like their midnight, or 11 o'clock. People on the East Coast, we're not likely to be up. And it's, I am sorry anyone did that. There's no reason to be too harsh. But I feel they're trying to do a better job. Well, I see that they're trying to make some positive changes in the way they present the what they're saying on my channel, which I appreciate that. The emotional trauma zoning people don't watch you because you're such a wonderful victim. Bob, she's been hurt though. Not everyone is thick-skinned. Everybody thinks Aquariuses are thick-skinned. They think we are like Rust-Oleum. They think that we're like that truck bed liner there. You know, I forget what it's called now. You know the stuff, right? Yeah, I keep forgetting what it's not Tyvek, the other one there. Well, let's be honest. It is true. Some Aquariuses keep their emotions close to their heart, and they don't normally show their emotional feelings. But I can tell you, I am an emotional person, and I can tolerate a lot. But after what I experienced with Patty, there were things, and I simply said, "Fuck it." I'm not gonna necessarily be too impervious. You know, I really do feel, you know, that people got to know that I am a human being. I'm not an automaton. I'm not a robot. And I do get feelings. And I have desires and I have dreams like everybody else does. Which is an important thing to remember. What the hell is that truck liner called? You're kidding me. You can't remember it? Yeah, I don't remember it. Well, I know that Garage 54 put it on the top of a Lada. They couldn't even get bullets to go through it. Seriously. You really seriously worried about getting shot at? Put truck bed liner on your vehicle or put it on your house. Makes that maybe for submachine caliber rounds, it probably won't even go through. Yeah. Let's see. Bob says, I have to blame you callers for a large part of why I continue to view. I keep hoping the phone lines will be open someday. If Michele can get the money she needs to get the phone lines back in place and enough Patreons to help support the channel for the phone lines until she's done paying the back rent, which won't be until October, we could have had the phone lines on tomorrow or this week. We need about $220 to get the phones on. So if we got 20 Patreons, each person putting $10 a month into Patreon, we can get the home phone back on, and then after that, we can start doing demonstrations, unboxing videos, and doing more than just being a talking head sitting at a desk. Exactly. That's what we need. I only got 2 Patreons, guys. 2 patrons. If I can get 10 more, 20 more at $10, we can get the phones back on, and we'll have money available to do more fun demonstrations and videos that might be of more general interest. And then once we get 1,000 subs, we can do live streams easily and safely anywhere the T-Mobile has cell phone service. Correct. If you want to know how to join us on Patreon, the link is in the video description. So you can look it up there and join the Patreon page. I don't ask for a lot. You can put whatever you feel is the right amount to put towards the channel. I think the minimum you can put is $1. I don't have a set as tiers, but I was thinking about doing tiers, but I chose not to. Because I don't think right now there's enough to make it worth it. Yes, because October my rent will be back down to $700 a month. And then the $200 I'm not paying towards my landlord for back rent can go ahead to be used to get the home phone on. Now, I know we mentioned about the stimulus payment, but I honestly do not know what the Senate is proposing. And I don't know how they're going to make it happen. The Senate has not been clear on what their plans are for getting things done for the other services. So let's say we did get the $1,200 in August. That means that we would only earliest we can get the phone service on is in August. And then October or August and September. And then October we're going to be getting the home phone back on anyway. So it doesn't really make a damn difference. If we can get the money now before the end of June, we can get the phone on 3 months before October. And then we can be out here with the phone next to me. I can take calls. We can do YouTube panels like Carrie suggested and others have suggested, including Mary Beth Unger. We could be doing more fun things. We can then be doing demonstrations of technology. We can put the LED lights out with RGB controllers, doing special effects, making a brand new studio set with new lighting, new microphones. Hey, that's what, that's a big step. It's going to cost about $220 because I got to pay $106 for the security deposit, and then the average phone bill with the 2 phone lines and home internet is $110 to $111 a month. But unlimited long distance calling anywhere in the continental United States. And so that's, again, you guys love the phone calls. This would be your chance to help make the phone calls a reality. We would be able to get the phone calls back. We would have the ability to do YouTube panels. We would not have to worry about running out of data quota for YouTube or on T-Mobile. T-Mobile's good for LTE video streaming. I could easily do these videos at 1080p, and that would be great. But honestly, guys, I don't care if the 640 by 480. That's fine. I watch most of my videos on my cell phone anyway. But I really would like to continue to get back to doing the things that we all loved used to do. Let's see, it makes sense to live within the expenses. About a dog at $1 a month. It'd take 20 years to catch up on her back rent. I understand, Michelle. Okay, Bob says this business is not a good business. Right now, Bob, you have to understand that the majority of the YouTubers that you watch, especially the small fries, we're not making any significant income coming in for this channel work. It costs us more money for the internet services and the equipment to do the show, and we don't even make any money on advertising, and so, or merchandising. At least most of us don't. I would like to have gotten into merchandising, selling t-shirts and hats and things like that, but unfortunately, at this point, that's not what's going to happen here. So I'm going to tell everyone now, we need to rob a bank or something. That's way too long, Michelle. Maybe we could push back for clarification. Now, what's the synopsis of this stream? I've been AFK. What's the synopsis of the stream? It's just like any other live stream. It's just basically a coffee clutch. Tea clutch, whatever. Okay. Pretty much just more. No, Patty can't play. Anyway, Bob has a proposal. Hi, Skynet, how you doing? Where is Skynet? There it says. Well, that's another thing. Eventually, I gotta do is find a way to easily change the title of the streams. will help you turn on your phone if you will take calls again from your viewers. That's what I wanted to do, and to the panels too. Michele did like doing the hangout panels or the meet panels. Yeah, the Meet. Google Meets is the new way of doing panels now. Because on the old Hangouts, we could actually mute people and invite people, and you could have more than one, like a few people on. But there was a lot of people that were on the Hangouts panels. They would jump in, and they start talking crude comments, and then they would basically, nobody could speak up, and they'd be blasting music and other things, and then we couldn't mute them anymore because the mute button was gone. They took that out of the original API, and so nobody could mute them. So that's the other reason I stopped with the panels, is because YouTube actually changed the API so that you can't mute other people. So the meeting allows us to mute people. So we would be sending people an invite to a Google Meet. Or we could do Zoom. I don't know about Zoom. I don't know how Zoom would react. Or we could do Zoom, I guess. But then everybody would have to register in Zoom. And we already know Zoom is a security problem. Yeah. So yeah, we can get panels going. I wanted to get back to that. I used to have panels with Stacy and Margaret, Maggie Bain, her friend, Rachella, Skynet was more of a call-in most of the time. Paul Domino was a call-in, but that still counts. We used to connect it in with Discord too. So we would have a panel going through Discord, Hangouts, and the phone all at one time. We were doing panels with all three technologies. And now we can do the cell phone. Why? Everybody got a... Oh, yeah. You really want to bury me in the phone calls, don't you? I don't know what... You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you need more control over incoming calls. Yeah, well, that's why I have set up the system like I do right now with the call screening. So I have an idea what I'm dealing with. But on the panels, using Google Meet, they do got that control. Because I can mute the other person. So if somebody gets rowdy, I can actually throw them out of the room. Or I can basically mute their microphone so that everybody else can talk without feeling like they're getting buried by somebody blasting AC/DC, big balls, or for those that are about to rock song in the background. And that's what we have to do. We used to do panels, we used to do live calls, we used to do Discord and Hangouts and Skype all at the same time. Yes, we did all of that at once when we had a home in here with Frontier. And so you may think $108 a month, approximately, is what it is, average. It's actually, lately it's been like $113, but $113 a month may seem expensive. But the long run is it really isn't, because you guys benefit from it. You guys get a chance to talk to each other, and with the way it's set up on a desktop, we could actually have all that going on at once. And if I buy my MacBook I wanted to buy, we could do the same thing on the MacBook too. So I could still have the iPhone 7's camera here, put my MacBook right here in front, have the MacBook connected to the other the thing through my mixer panel, USB audio output going to the phone, and then have the sound coming out from the MacBook to a smaller, probably get a smaller, like a Behringer Xenix 503, because you don't need a big 1202, but you can get a 1202 if you want, or you can even get the one with sound effects. It doesn't matter. The point is we could have had panels, we could have been doing the same thing on the porch here, maybe one day can even get a better webcam. Yeah, we could get a better webcam. We could easily get a 720p webcam. Absolutely, we could get a better webcam. We can get two good webcams. And they do have a USB module. They're going to keep it simple for you guys. I understand a lot of you guys are not into technical stuff. That is a USB based camera board that is the standard form factor as a CCTV board that's in my PAL camera. And you can mount it into a case. You can mount it on the wall. You could have it on the wall like the other camera is. It would be better, higher quality picture. You would be able to stream that way. You can set the focus and everything, auto exposure, manual exposure, whatever. And that would be great. That's the idea. And the same thing with the same little mini USB camera, box camera, will allow me to put it on this same stand that my iPhone 4S is sitting on. The resolution will be the same, 640 by 480. But that's okay. And the point is that you would be able to be plugged into a nice MacBook, say a 2013, 2015 MacBook, and you'd have all those features of being able to do all that. And as long as it's got a second USB port, you can plug you said, get the Behringer 503, plug it in for the sound, plug in your clip on your lapel microphone or your regular desktop mic out here. Yes, maybe we can make a custom-made portable studio that's all in one case. Just pop the top and there it is. Everything ready to go. Camera automatically ejects. Lights automatically come on. Bing. Maybe power off a nice little solid-state inverter circuit running on a couple lithium-ion batteries or lead acids, and you can stream all day. Well, maybe not all day, at least not until the batteries die. But yes, you could do that. So the portable studio that is literally all-on-one portable. Then get your neighbors to show, as we understand, they're paying for the internet too. Right now they're not. They're not getting it enough from me because T-Mobile is very, very limited in the amount of access I have. So I unfortunately have to be very miserly right now with T-Mobile. But yes, we were providing free internet for families next door and phone service. But unfortunately right now we can't do that because of the situation. So it's kind of suck. So let me take a look back at some of them here. Let's see. Okay. Carrie says, okay, yeah, you need more control of your calls. You can make donations. We used to be so cool. Whatever happened? Oh, nothing. It's just after what happened with Cringe Report and me and R11 and the Cringe Report show, when we all kind of went our own separate ways because of Rachella, which really isn't fair. Rachella's a really nice person. I don't even know why Beaver Time was told to stop, family is told to stop giving out the $25 a month donation. That really hurt. He was a patron to my channel, but he wasn't using Patreon. He was going through CashApp, but he was putting $25 a month, and he originally wrote in his will that he was supposed to be paying $25 a month. His wife stopped the payments, and no one knows how to contact his wife to ask her to reconsider or to contact me directly and actually get the actual real story. So, like I told Carrie on the phone privately, is I have no way to reach Beaver Time's wife. I have no way to ask her if she would be willing to sit down with me in private on the phone and so we could discuss the matter. So because of that, nobody knows what's going on. Collect some money from your neighbors. Just one step at a time. They'll get better. That or maybe give your neighbors in the show understand why I am paying for their internet too. Well, maybe someday we can meet my neighbors. I don't know if Michelle, my other neighbor, is necessarily in the mood to come on camera. She's not out here right now smoking her cigarettes. You can probably tell when somebody knows wrinkling up those for smoking her cigarettes. I'm not really too comfortable being around cigarette smokers. I'm not, because I'm not a smoker. My parents were 2-pack-a-day smokers each, and I can't stand the smell of cigarette smoke anymore. I really can't. So I tend to stay away from cigarettes and stuff like that because there are lungs at work. I already have a little bit of asthma, and the last thing I need to do is breathe that kind of fumes in my nostrils because it makes it harder for me to breathe. I don't know if you heard me gasping a little bit. That was because of the smoking. Then again, okay. Imagine getting a call from your dead spouse's internet e-whores asking you to subscribe to their only. I have no idea how she would do that. Can she hear you? Who? My neighbor? She's not out here right now. You mean Bieber Time Spouse? I don't know if Bieber Time Spouse even watches the channel. But the thing is that I really want to get my channel back to where it really was when it was in good standing. Come on, guys, it's been over 2 years. It's time to reformulate. It's time to do new and improved. It's time to get back to doing the things that you love. As far as Patty goes, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed it's never going to work with Patty. But, maybe one day I'll find a person that respects me and loves me and understands that it will always be a threesome no matter what. But you are my audience, and you are also a very important part of my life. Yes, you can document that in your little videos. That my audience is very important to my life. And I do what I can to make a good presentation with you guys. Sometimes I don't always do it well, but I try. Well, I think it's almost time to get ready to wrap it up. What time is it anyway? I have no idea. You started about 9 o'clock, I think. There's only 6 people. There might be only 6 people in right now, Lynn, but last time we were kind of caught off guard last time. Yeah. Speaking of partners, might as well discuss this. What do I look for in a partner? I'm looking for a business partner too, which is different than a romantic partner. But it doesn't mean that the person couldn't be both. Okay? A business partner, I'm looking for somebody who has a passion for what they love to do, loves to discuss technology, loves doing demonstrations of things. Somebody, for example, that occasionally could do the camera. Maybe occasionally where I could do the camera and then they're talking about products and stuff that we're doing. Somebody I can get along with. Okay? Somebody who understands that this isn't making any money right now. This channel's too small to make any money for paid staff. And if you read the description below my video here, it actually says this. I'm going to read this to you for those of you who never go through down here. It says here, help us keep this local programming by becoming a Patreon with a monthly pledge. Okay. Live in the Winstead area, the North American Snow Queen Palace. is looking for volunteers to help in production of this show. We need camera operators and graphics creators. We will train. This is a non-paid position, but I will give references for those who work with our program department and show good quality work. Contact me at Michele3@gmail.com with resume and cover letter. That's what you gotta do. If you're living in Winston, Connecticut, you want to do it, you want to help. Of course, now with telecommuting, a lot of this stuff can be done by third party. You don't have to be necessarily, except for the camera work. Graphics design can be done in your home at your leisure. And things like that. Maybe post-production editing for some videos. I'll be honest, sometimes videos can really use some post-production work. But that's the truth. That's what we need. You know, that's what we need. We need people that are willing to take on that role of, you know, creating new products and stuff like that. So if anybody's interested in that role, email me. Out on the wire, do you know how to get hold of the widow who canceled Michelle's $25 a month donation? I think I heard it was Ruben whatever, but I don't know. Ruben whatever, I have not seen him on here in a long time. We had a viewer. He was a psychiatrist too. It was another one that was a psychiatrist. I don't know why we're mourning for the loss of steady income from a viewer. No, it's the death of Beaver Time. We all know about the memorial service I replayed for Beaver Time, the eulogy I did. But unfortunately, I have never been able to reach out to his spouse and explain the situation, what was really going on. It was so long ago. I don't even know who he was. Someone contacted the lady and got her to cancel the recurring monthly donation. Maybe she would reverse it if Michelle could explain it her side. Bob said he was one of the good ones. Yeah. That makes me miss Ditto Man. Just heads up, when people say BLM, they are not saying that to No Other Lives Matter. It means that the injustices of the blacks for over 100 years by responding All Lives Matter. Okay, well, he would always say, I'm a real one. Reckington says, I too was a real one. I don't even know what this individual was, but they're belittling their message. Bob Dog says, when people say BLM, I'm actually here. Soros paid me to say this. Carrie says, Reckington, isn't it sad? Yes, he is. He's Hungarian Jewish. Or was. He turned his own back on his own people and actually marched them to the gas chambers of Auschwitz. He turned his back on his own Jewish faith and his Jewish people. He's a real Benedict Arnold to his own people. I heard that, and Soros' rhetoric is basically just anti-Semitic. No, actually, he actually said it himself in an interview. So it's not just a third party saying that. So anyway, guys, the point I'm trying to say is, if anyone knows how to get in contact with Be Time Spouse, the person can contact me at Michele3@gmail.com. I would just like to be able to explain what happened, and some people actually had to know. I heard some people said that they told the spouse that I was giving Rachel the money. I was never giving the money to Rachel. Why would I be giving the money to Rachel? She already has a job. Because of that, we have lost $600 that could have been used to keep the phone on or get the phone back on if the money was still sitting in the Cash App. However, I'll be honest, I still had the money. Given what Patty was doing to me, it probably would have been gone by now, but that's because that's a different story. But anyway, look, guys, June 2020 is going to be a very special year according to several tarot readers for me. This is a time of the new phoenix, a time for rebirth. This is time to start over from scratch. This is time to rebuild myself, rebrand myself. And that's what I'm going to do. And thanks to Lord Kiki, or Keek, we have got new people in here that are really, really dedicated to help my channel grow. And I want to make them feel like it's worth their time to be here on the show. And I want people to have a good time in the process. So for me, this is really important for that reason, to get everybody together. And how many times in a day can you really watch me staring at you through a camera lens and not being able to feel like you're part of a community? Now, I know there are people in communities, like the drama groups, that, deep down, like to play games with each other, and it's not really serious. But some of the things that happened to me in the past, some of them were not playing games, or if they were, I didn't get it, and then I took it too far, and I got all mentally washed up and wasted out. But it doesn't mean that I want to stay a talking head. I want to do more than that. I haven't had the money to do anything with my skills, my repair work, or anything, because I haven't had the money to get back to doing the things I love. And I love to demonstrate technology. I want to get back into film photography. When Patty cleaned out my house, she threw in my developing tank for my film. So now I have the chemicals, but I have no developing tank. I have no darkroom thermometer. I have no nothing. I got a couple rolls of film, but I have no developing tank, and so I can't, unless I buy another tank, another Patterson system for a tank, and a thermometer, and clothespins to hang up the film pieces. Steaming from the porch. She hardly got 2 litter boxes. There were times widows should learn to be more giving. Bob, I don't even know who the widow is. I can't judge the person. He, Beaver Time, told his widow that he wanted the money to continue. I don't know what those people said to the widow that caused the widow to decide, nope, no more money. No email contact, no nothing. Let's see. I'm just going back here further because I missed so many of these messages real here. Okay, about George Soros. I've been able to let's see. So is it Soros versus the Koch brothers? Michele, I have in contact with a friend of Beaver Times family. Unfortunately, the money is in non-discussion. It's but if rich people think you out, Michele, at least you know now you can make up somewhere else. Well, right now that's the problem with the reason why we really need to get that stimulus check. But the problem is that as long as Congress and Senate sitting on their hands, by the time they finally do send the checks, I already will have paid off my back rent, and we could have gotten the home loan turned back on already in October. Going to be more giving. Michele isn't being here. She's hurting. She can't take any calls. She hardly got 2 litter boxes. I don't need 2 litter boxes right now. I only got 1 cat, and he goes outside, which is Rusty. Streaming from the porch. Couple rolls of film. A Rubbermaid container can be used as a tank. Yeah, but not a daylight tank. You gotta remember, for film, you want to be able to develop, ideally, put the lid on and then turn the lights on, then develop the film. Not in... I'll look up Mrs. Beaver Time to see what I can find. Carrie says, ROFL Bob. Iron Wire said, it appears Beaver brings up porn sites. Is this the synopsis of the show? I need to work on putting some titles on some of these generic titles that we have right now. Well, you know how to use the title command. Yeah. I can always do it on the desktop too, change the titles, shows, or I'm on a studio on my phone. It's not exactly a major deal. Or Nightbot can do it. Nightbot can do it. Does Nightbot do it right now? That's the question. Let's try something here. Okay, title. Let's see if this thing sticks. Title. Saturday day night with Lumi and Michele. Our channel future. Our channel future. Okay, let me make sure I type that right here. Title Saturday Night with Lumi and Michele. Our channel future. Okay, let's try that, Nightbot. Let's see if Nightbot, if you can actually get that right. Nightbot should change that title. There you go. The stream has been updated to Saturday Night with Lumi and Michele, or channel future. There we go. So, now, I don't know how it, that's saved. I don't know how that works. I really don't know how that works. I don't either. Does the changes take place immediately, or do they? I don't know. Yeah, it does. Okay, unlike the webcam one from YouTube, this will automatically update the title. 2 hours of thanks to Unfortunately, only I can change the title. because it was getting kind of crazy and when it was totally open to the public. Well, maybe you could allow the mods to change the titles. Maybe. I think if she gets a plant stand to install a home garden, ask her to title that one. She needs to be channel managed. I don't know. I don't really want to go too crazy right now. With too many layers. Right now we're just... Well, since we changed the show title, let's discuss what I think the future is going to be. Because I might as well bring this up. I want to get back to doing some of the good stuff that we used to do. I want the shows to be for fun. And I want to get back to doing the panels and the Discord and the Hangouts and the Skype calls and the regular calls all at once. I want to do that. I know it's a lot of work. I've done it before. But we got to get the home internet back on first, because otherwise we're going to have to deal with a data quota limitation of T-Mobile that is going to make it impossible to do. Because only streaming to YouTube is whitelisted. It's not whitelisted to use other software. So I want to get my home internet back on. We know the average bill was about $111 a month. Average. And we know that they told me I had to come up with $109 or so for the security deposit to get that back on. The back bill was paid, the bill was current. Okay. I'm really looking forward to get this thing back to where it was, so everybody was having a good time and everybody was groovy and I know that's a 70s term, right? Anyway, that's what I want to do. And yes, if I bring my other phone out here and plop it next to me, and I had my regular microphone that's in my studio up here on the desk with the Behringer mixer, or even if I just plugged it straight in using iRig Pre, we could listen to phone calls and we could do that. But right now, let's deal with the desktop, since that's going to be the most immediate way to do it. Is I still got the phone interface. I still got that. It's still sitting underneath my monitor. It's been kind of lonely because it hasn't been doing anything. It's not connected to the phone, and it's kind of just sitting there like an orphan, going, "When am I going to be ringing again? When a phone call is going to be coming in again?" And I can't answer because I don't have a home phone line right now to do anything. But if we can get the home phone lines back, we can set up so we can do it. Don't worry about Patty. She's not even the issue here right now. What about Patty? She owes Michelle. Well, let's put it this way. It's going to be harder to get out of Patty than apparently it is to get the money out of Beaver Time. A lot of stuff disappeared in her house, and we neither one of us can figure out where it all went. If we have, think of this. All right, I have 647 subs. As far as I know, I still got 647 subs. Maybe I got less. I don't know. But let's just say we get 647 subs. Let's say each one of those 647 subs each pay $10 in Patreon. Okay, that's best case scenario. That's not really what's going to happen, but let's just say you did. Oh, let's make it more realistic. Let's just say 100 of them pay $10 a month. That's $1,000 a month. Now, I already filed for state of Connecticut. I already have a TIN and everything, and I'm registered as a business. So, theoretically speaking, I could be using that $1,000 a month to pay for a great studio. Maybe I could eventually arrange to get fiber optic cables here from the telecommunications company under contract. So maybe one day we can get fiber here. That's gonna be if I was getting a steady $1,000 a month. I don't know what they're charging for a T1 or T3, but right now we don't need a T1 and T3. Right now I'm just trying to get my home DSL back, my ADSL, so we can do something. That's what we need. So let's say you have 300 people each put. Like I said, let's stick with the original. Let's keep. I think this first one's likely. If you have 100 people and each one puts down $10 in Patreon every month, that is $1,000. Now, for some people, $10 a month is really. I understand for some people it may be very hard to do because of the situations in your lives. But if other people could do it, they would feel like. They would realize that they're helping to make the channel that they want to support be a successful channel. And that's what it takes in this day and age. We don't know when the stimulus check's coming out. It could come out in August. That means by the time I get the check, summer will be over. There will be no reason to sit on the porch. Because summer will be over, we'll be entering into fall. And then, of course, nobody wants to sit out here and freeze their ass off when, when the temperature is about 5 degrees Celsius, that's 40 degrees Fahrenheit for you American measurements. And you're going to sit out here at 40 degrees Fahrenheit freezing your ass off just to answer phone calls. No. But summertime, when it's warm, like right now it's about 19 degrees Celsius, it's just under 68 degrees, it's about 66. You're not likely to be as bad, because you realize you're going to be enjoying the weather, you're going to have a good time with your friends, and that's what, it's a good thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what we need to do. We need to get the subscribers up on my YouTube channel, and we got to get more people to know about the show. And we need more likes in the videos. Because likes means that every like you give means it says to YouTube that you like the content and that you want to see more of that content from that channel. That's important. That's why I found that out. The likes do count. Because it tells the algorithm that you like my content. If you hit dislike, you wonder why you don't get notifications. Of course you don't get notifications because you're saying to YouTube, I don't like this content. Screw it. I don't want to receive notifications for the content. It's like you quietly told YouTube, I don't want to receive any notifications on Michelle's content. Something to think about. Okay, 10:09. Okay. Please subscribe. What about Patty? She owes Michelle. Okay, I'm gonna read that already. Not very nice. You weren't supposed to read that. I'll give that to you. You owe money. I don't know where. I'm just gonna flip through this really. I think Dory stole it. No, Dory didn't steal anything. Well, it was this phone, and she gave it back to me later on. That's a long story. I don't want to go into that. But anyway, Michelle put on some makeup, flirted a little. She might have a super sugar daddy that had a much more substantial income than $12,000 a year. That's the algorithm that follow Michelle. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm not. I'm more of a lesbian than straight. So I'll be more of a sugar mommy. Anyway, the thing is, and I have to prove it, and Lumi and I have to agree on it together. Look at who YouTube promotes. Young, good-looking, PC content people. YouTube doesn't want people like us. It's just the truth. I know. But you know, that's not entirely true either, because, okay, like some of the tarot readers I follow, like Mystic Witch, she's like in she's an older woman. She's maybe a little bit older than me, with the gray hair, and she has a following on YouTube. But she does tarot card readings and spiritual readings, astrology, and but mostly tarot cards, right? And the same thing with Spirit Mail, and both Spirit Mail, Cheryl is about my age. She's 53 years old. She looks good though for 53. I admit, she looks really good. But that's because they're giving something that people want. That is, people want to know what the future is with divination. So tarot cards, and doing a spread on YouTube, even with general readings, brings them subscribers because it's something that people love. I watch a lot of tarot card readings alone from them and 333 Tarot and Secret Tarot and Truth Told Tarot. They got huge subscribers because they're doing something that the audience finds enjoyable, which is tarot card readings. And I said I wanted to get into tarot card readings. I wanted to get a couple of decks and learn how to do readings. And I kind of still want to do that. I still want to learn how to do tarot card readings. Because you don't have to focus on my face. You just got to focus on the cards. That's the thing. So the only thing difference is how I put mount the camera, and the PAL camera in the studio would be fun, or the third-party webcam I mentioned, mounted above the cards so you can see the spreaded cards on this table. Let me kind of give you an example of what I'm talking about here. Here, so this mounted up here, high overhead, and then you can see the tarot cards, and you can see how the tarot cards are spread out on the table below. What's wrong with that? Nothing. And that's exactly what it takes to get people to want to subscribe to your channel. And people will subscribe to that. Colors when you read zero words at least. Not right away. Annabelle List does it with the phone calls. But I think right now the first few would be more pre-recorded ones, only so I can get to learn the cards, learn the different cards and what they mean. And then once I feel confident enough that I'm ready to start doing a live video, I know Secret Tarot does them live too. I'm looking forward to doing it. I wanted to do it. But I'll be honest, it doesn't mean I'm going to be great at it. Could you do watercolors? Well, I have to get a deck of cards first. That's why. I have to get 2 decks of cards. The average tarot readings usually use 2 decks. And the reason they use 2 decks is so that means that when you do the first card, the spread from deck 1, you can clarify with the cards from deck 2. And that's fine. That's all you need to start with. And then, of course, they have a third card, like your angel guides, from Marchetti, a few other brands that they use to help supplement the reading, to help fill in the blanks, and that they can actually figure where the tarot readings are going. And that would be a great idea. I want to do that. I really do. What if you start writing tarot cards and it starts a bit of a drama in the tarot card reading community? The only thing is, there's so many tarot card readers that there are people that like a certain tarot card reader, and they're for reasons that vary from the way they present their spread to the way that they speak to you. I like Mystic Witch because she speaks to me kind of like a grandmother I wish I still had, okay? She doesn't talk down at me. She talks with me. Or at least, even in the videos, it sounds like she's trying to speak to her audience of what the cards are saying that she's pulling up for the different sun signs. So obviously, that's a big difference. You gotta have to have a rapport for the audience, and that's what we need. That's what we need. Live streams on religion and politics and how it affects the human condition. It sounds like you would be a good candidate for People of Peace, because he wants to do the same thing. We could do the same thing on my channel. We can do the same thing on Lumi's channel, yeah. Let's see, what else do we have here? And we're not copying anybody. See, that's just it. We're not copying any particular person's style. The whole thing is tarot card readings, there's as many styles as there are decks of tarot cards. You can have completely different style of presentation. Every single one of the people have their own style, and it's okay. Some styles work good for some people, some styles wouldn't work so well for them. She told me who's in my house. Tammy Sully. She does tarot readings. Well, it's already getting windy. Let's get a little bit of a breeze blowing. Just don't make sure to finish the tea in a cup before it gets blown over. Well, guys, it's already pretty late. So anyway, here's what we're going to do. As long as we're using the iPhone as a camera only, it sounds we can kind of work around YouTube's, T-Mobile's limitations. Right now we're streaming the videos at 640 by 480 resolution, which is fine for most things. And then we're reading the chats on another T-Mobile account, so that works out fine. So maybe tomorrow we can get live again tomorrow also. Well, please do consider, please ask your friends to join subscribe to the channel, share my videos with people you know. I mean, come on. There's almost 4,000 videos. I'm sure something there for everybody. And the more subs we get would be great. But also, don't forget to consider the option of subscribing to the Patreon page. The link is in the description, and you can easily join that too. It'll be great for you to be part of both. Yes, that's true. Absolutely. They do have different styles. Alright, guys. I want to thank you all for watching this. I do know I need to buffer the video so that we can make sure that the video gets completely sent out. So, for now, I'm going to virtually walk down the stairs this way so I can see that when that is done, that I know they're done. So everybody, I want to thank you very much. I will be on for tomorrow. We'll see if we can be on tomorrow night. Bye-bye, guys.